Hi everyone, welcome back to Vanquish. This is a God Hard laser cannon only run on the PS4. This is Act 1, Chapter 6. So I knew this chapter was going to be a problem from the start of the run. For anyone who hasn't played this, you have to fight these giant jellyfish creatures that you'll see here in a moment. And you essentially have to kill them before they reach the vehicle. If 4 of them reach the vehicle, the mission ends because the vehicle runs out of health. One jellyfish does a quarter of the vehicle's health bar. So, having the laser cannon and having to stop every couple seconds doesn't really give you a lot of freedom in how you do this part. I use EMPs to stop them, but I don't really get lucky with EMP drops at all. So I'm stuck just throwing an EMP and waiting for my meter to recharge. That's all I do in this part is just kind of go in a cycle. I'll expend as much of my meter as possible, and then I'll throw an EMP, and while they're stunned from the EMP, I wait for the meter to recharge. It's pretty boring, honestly. There's not a whole lot else I could do. Melee is pretty much out of the question because I would overheat and I couldn't shoot my gun. Going into slow-mo is completely pointless since they don't really attack you. So there was really nothing I could do. So unfortunately I have to do kind of an exploit. So as you can see, it's at 1/4 of its health. So if one more jellyfish hits the vehicle, it's gone. Luckily there's a checkpoint between this and the next set of jellyfish, and I lose on purpose in order to refill the vehicle's health bar. I know that could be considered cheating or something, but I don't think there's physically a way to do this otherwise. I tried a lot of things. I had to restart the mission a few times to try things out, but I couldn't come up with anything that worked. There's just not enough options in a run like this. So I just figured I would kind of just be cheap for a little bit and then just get through this level and go to the more interesting levels from here. So here I'm taking care of these, the Flame Romanov. They're a really interesting enemy because their attacks don't just hurt you, they overheat you. So it's kind of interesting to have an enemy attack your other bar. Like instead of attacking just your health bar, they attack kind of, your bar that lets you be offensive. So whenever you see them, definitely make them a priority because obviously overheating is terrible, especially in a run like this. So always make them a priority. And you can shoot the flame tanks on their back to kill them early, make them explode. A lot of the Romanovs have stuff like that, like the rocket ones, which you'll see in the next level. They have rockets that come out of their back and like off their shoulders, so you can shoot those to do damage to them and stop their attacks, stuff like that. That's one thing I really like about this game is the potential to attack spawn points and kind of use the enemy's attacks against them, stuff like that. And here, same thing with these transport ships. Every point in the game where these ships appear, you can just kind of take out the pilot and take them all out. You don't have to worry about fighting them all. It kind of rewards planning. Also, if you know the game, you can kind of work around it better. So I guess a new player, they may not know these things, but they learn it, and then when they go through on hard or God hard, they can take advantage of it. So here's where I have to edit out me screwing up, because there was no way I was going to get through 4 of these jellyfish with only being able to survive one more hit. And I don't think I had any EMPs, so it just wasn't going to happen. Physically, I don't think there's a way to do it. So here I am, I just think to myself, well, if I can kill one of them, then I'll get through this part. And I see that Flame Romanov, so I thought to myself I could destroy the tank and maybe do some damage to the surrounding jellyfish. But I tried that, and I couldn't tell if it did any damage. If it did, it was very minor damage, not enough to even be noticeable. So yeah, just waiting it out, and I knew all these jellyfish were going to hit the tank. I didn't even care at this point. I just wanted this part to be over. I always dread this part when I play this game because it's just, there's nothing to it really, and it's really goes against the core design of the game, I feel. All that being said, this chapter is over now. The last minute of this chapter is basically just you waiting for the tank, so I'm just gonna cut the commentary off here, and I'll see you guys next time.
You hear that? We need to take out that big one before it gets too close.
Mike 7-2, our engine's foobar!
Get the fire out.
No! No!